Martin again, just Martin, and this is 10 Minutes with God. We were looking at Luke 14 last week and this week, and I was thinking about the portion we didn't cover, in which he talks about humility. This is Jesus talking. He told a parable to those who were invited when he noticed how they chose places of honor, saying them, "When you are invited by someone to a wedding feast, do not sit down in a place of honor, lest someone more distinguished than you be invited by him, and he who invited you both will come to say to you, 'Give this place to this person,' and then you will begin with shame to take the lowest. But when you are invited, go and sit in the lowest place, so that when your host comes to you, he may say to you, 'Friend, move up higher.' Then you will be honored in the presence of all who sit at table with you. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted." You know, it's a funny thing. Jesus said this 1900 years ago, and we still don't get it. We push ourselves, and we're encouraged to push ourselves to be greater, get more publicity, look better, dress up nicer, get on the red carpet, go to the premieres, go to the big parties. Not really because you want to party, in some cases you hate it, but do it because you want to be seen. To see and be seen is the latest thing. But you know, there's a little party in there, and I'm going to go, but it's not one of those parties. It's a group of people who are believers who happen to love each other. And you know what? That's the best way to go. Not worrying about whether your tie is on straight, or if your makeup is perfect, or your hair is coiffured, but caring about the people who are around you and listening to what they have to say, not only the words, but the meanings behind them.
Thank you, sister!
In this case, they were talking about a wedding. And weddings are a wonderful thing, unless you happen to hate several of the people who were there. You've been in that situation, haven't you? But the bottom line is that Jesus is saying, don't think more highly of yourself than you have to. You want to have a reasonable amount of self-esteem, but you don't want to be like the people here in this passage who are edging each other out, elbowing each other out for position, to be near the host, to be near the special guests, to have those photo opportunities. Even though they didn't have cameras back then, they still thought about photo opportunities. Humility is not a question of looking down at yourself and not saying, "Oh me, oh poor me." Humility is telling the truth about yourself. Knowing that your abilities and skills and needs are there and are valid, but no more or less than the other people at the table. And the blessing is, I think it was C.S. Lewis who said it, when you love everyone as you love yourself, you will be granted the privilege of loving yourself as others. Equally a gift of God, equally a miracle of the Father, equally eligible for His forgiveness, His love, and His grace. It's an important point. Humility is just being you. That's one of the reasons why I tell people, I'm Martin, just Martin. I don't want any airs. I don't want any promotions. I don't want to have people patting me on the back unless they mean it and unless it's for their benefit as well as mine. Sincerity, humility, just being congruent is part of what we're supposed to do. And I think that when Jesus used this example in Luke 14, he did so for a reason. He wanted us to realize that it's the people who don't put on airs that are the greatest. He never did. He never pushed his way through. He never did anything to impress people. All he did was what his Father wanted him to do. And that was the most important thing. utterly most important thing. To obey God, to love Him with all your heart and everything that you have, and to love your neighbors and your enemies as yourself. That's the blessing that comes when a man or a woman who belongs to Jesus Christ lives the way Jesus wants them to. Think about it carefully. Thank you for watching this again. Thanks to all of you who have given your prayers and your support in this mission and the mission of St. Paul Evangelical Lutheran Church in Los Angeles. We're open every Sunday, 11 o'clock, 9th and Adams. If you're in Los Angeles, you are welcome. Please come. If you're not, you can actually get on the web via YouTube, or better yet, www.stpaulutheranla.com or .org. Either one will do. Links to our YouTube videos, link to our Instagram page. Jeffrey Flawley does a great job there. Links to our Facebook page and a donate button. No, we don't twist arms, but we don't mince words. We want this ministry to thrive. And if you feel that this ministry helps, we ask you to help us. If you're in the Los Angeles area, you want to drop your contribution by in our mailbox, that'll be accepted too, with thanks. We thank you for loving us. We thank you for loving God in Jesus Christ, and we pray that you will be blessed. This is Martin, just Martin, and this is a semi-short 10 Minutes with God. Take care.